Hello and welcome to my vlogs. My name is Kelly. I mainly do Disney travel and lifestyle vlogs, but today is my shopping haul from my recent cruise on P&O's Arvia ship to the Mediterranean. So where do I start? Basically we went on a 2-week cruise on P&O Arvia. We did a 2-week cruise around the Mediterranean. That included La Coruña, Palma de Mallorca, La Spezia in Italy, La Sainte-Mer in France, Barcelona in Spain and Cadiz in Spain. So yeah, it was a really lovely cruise. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I spent an awful lot of money. You probably would have seen the last vlogs. If you haven't, I'll link those down below, but they will be the vlogs of the actual trip. But as I say, today I'm just sharing with you the things that I actually purchased on this cruise. So I'm going to start with my clothes. I did actually buy quite a lot of clothes, mainly dresses. So I want to go through those with you first. So I'm going to start with this dress. I actually got this in the port of Southampton. We went to the Quays, I think it's called the West Quay Shopping Centre, just the day before, because we did actually stay in Southampton the day before the trip. And I purchased this dress from the crew company. It's a beautiful dress. I did actually wear this on holiday as well. This was £40. There we go. I really like it because of the shirt detailing on it, and it's a really nice weight to the dress, so I was really pleased with that one. So the next dress I purchased was from Benetton. It's just a plain black dress. It does have pockets in it as well. It looks really nice on, but I purchased this one. I really enjoy this dress. So this black dress was €32 in the sale. I just really liked it. It's a nice lightweight t-shirt material. It's handy just to have a black dress, so that's why I picked this one. So this little dress here, the nice white dress with a little bit of detailing here, I purchased this one in Barcelona, just in one of the side street shops. I really like it. It's got a bit of detailing on it. It's got a nice elastic back. It looks really pretty on as well. I did actually wear this one again on the cruise, so yeah, look out for that. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I think this was about €17, so I was really pleased with this one. So this dress here, I purchased in mango. I got this one, I think, in at La Coruña. It's a really long maxi dress. It sort of goes down to my ankles, and I actually liked it so much I ended up buying it in the cream colour as well, which I'll show you. And this one is the cream one. So again, I purchased this one, I think, in Cadiz on the last stop, but I really like these dresses. They're so comfortable. The top is stretchy and the bottom is like a cotton, but it's a really lovely dress to wear, so I got it in the 2 different colours. So I then purchased this dress in Mallorca, in Palma. I absolutely love it. It's so long I can't show you, but it actually goes all the way down to the floor on me. This one I bought in a shop called Antica Sartoria. It's an Italian brand, which I since found out. But I absolutely loved this dress. This one came out at I think it was €30, this one, in the sale. So I absolutely love this one. So when we went to La Spezia, we had a tour to Portofino, which you may or may not have seen, depending on how the weather was. I can't remember how much I filmed there. The weather was pretty terrible, if I'm honest with you. We had rain, torrential rain. So we didn't really have a massive look around Portofino. It was very beautiful, but we had to get on a ferry there and a ferry back, so we didn't go to any restaurants. We literally just went to a couple of shops, decided it was very pretty, wouldn't go back, but I did purchase a couple of things anyway. So this was one of those things. This is, again, a shirt from that Antica Sartoria brand, which I absolutely loved because it does actually look very like Portofino on the front. It's made of polyester, but it actually feels like silk. It's not that horrible sweaty polyester either, so it's that really silky material. But I really liked this. This was 19 or €20, this shirt, in this, and that was full price. So I think my dress was reduced by about €10. that this was full price. I also purchased this beautiful dress here. Again, I love it. This one is a bit more of a shorter skatery type dress, but I really, really love the detail on this one. It's probably my favourite one of them all. Again, from the Antica Sartoria brand, and it looks gorgeous on, it really does. As I say, this is the back of it. I just really like it. It's nice and bright. The last couple of items of clothing I purchased were all tops. So I bought this one in a shop called Sfera, S-F-E-R-A, a very reasonable shop. I think this one was €10, and it's got a little pretty detailing on the front there. And I also bought this one here from the same shop. Again, I think this one might have been cheaper. I think this was like $7.99, something like that. But again, really lovely shop. They were from Spain, so if you're in Spain, look out for Sfera. The very last item I purchased was a short-sleeved button-down cardigan. I bought one of these years and years ago when I went to Greece. We're talking when I was about 17 or 18, and I loved it so much, but unfortunately I got rid of it and I really wanted another one, so I purchased this one from Mango. I think this one was €20, I'm not sure. So while we were in Antica Sartoria shop in Portofino, as I just said to you, it was absolutely peeing down. It was raining so hard that you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. So in the end, we because we were only in light strappy tops and summer clothes, summer sandals and everything, we ended up having to buy umbrellas. And I'm not going to open this out, but I did buy an umbrella from Antica Sartoria. It was the nearest shop we were at the time. These umbrellas, I bought one for my mum as well in a different fabric, but these umbrellas were €10 and they are absolutely gorgeous when you open them. I'm not going to open it fully, but it has the same fabric as that dress I showed you. So I absolutely love mine. Mum's is blue and it has mermaids on it, I think. But yeah, this is such a pretty umbrella. So I thought, perfect. I'm then going to go into the next part, which is sort of bags and shoes. So I bought these sandals in Mango. Now on the cruise, I don't know if you've ever done a cruise before, but your legs and feet are likely to swell due to the salt water, the sea air, the salt water, and the intense walking that you do even on the ship. So sadly I couldn't wear these very much on the ship when I bought them, but I can now wear them again. And I bought some beautiful sandals from Mango. They're just flat little like slider sandals. These were in the sale. These came out at €12.99. Thinking I'm back in America there. So these were $12.99. I absolutely love them. I have worn them a few times now. They're really comfortable. So as I mentioned, I did buy a lot of bags. I actually bought a bag from every single port we went to. So I'm going to go through those now with you. So the bags that I actually purchased were a variety of bags, if you like. I do like a bag, so anyone that knows me actually knows that I will buy a bag from everywhere that I go. And I've kept them all as well. It's very rare that I get rid of a bag. They are like my children. I'll start with the first bag that I bought, which was in La Coruña, which is in Spain. I probably should have mentioned that earlier. But I purchased this bag from Mango in La Coruña, and I love it. It's such a lovely holiday bag. It does have the long strap. This is it's full length, so it's not really a crossbody, but it's a shoulder handbag and it does have a little handle here. So I was really pleased with that. That was a really good bargain. It was €12.99 in the sale from Mango, as I said. I love it. It's just a little holiday bag. It's great if you're sort of wandering about, and it's a nice cruisy bag. So that's why I got that. And I did actually get a little bag charm to go on it. I got this from Palma. And that's the bag charm, and this was $5.99 in Palma. I just really liked it. It had the straw detail. It looks really nice on the bag, so that's why I bought that. You'll have to excuse this bag. I'm actually using this now for work, so I am back at work now. So this bag here is, it's a kind of copy of Marc Jacobs tote bags. I actually bought this one in Palma in Mallorca. It was $24.99. I got it from a shoe shop. There you go, you can see the detailing there. I got this from a shoe shop. As I say, I like it. It's perfect for work. It's not one of those dodgy copies. It's just a bag from a shoe shop with a similar design. So I really liked this one. Then when we went to Portofino, that was the tour that we did from La Spezia. That was the wet place we went to. That was the only day it rained, unfortunately. But I did actually buy a bag there. It's a little handbag. I liked it because it was very different. So this one is from Portofino, as you can see. It's got the Portofino detail and it's got a little anchor. It is like a shoulder bag, and it has a zip for security. But I liked it because it was a little bit different. It was a jean bag, so yeah, I was really pleased with that. I think it might have been about 15 euros. It wasn't very much. It was from one of those, what I like to lovingly call an international house of crap. So yeah, I got it from one of those stores and I love it so much. The next bag I purchased was from another trip we did. We went from La Seine-sur-Mer / Toulon to Saint-Tropez in France and Port Gramond. I absolutely loved Saint-Tropez so much. Yes, it's expensive there. We did eat there. We went to the Trapézienne Cafe. You will have seen some shots of that on my other vlogs. But yeah, Saint-Tropez is one of those places I really want to go back to. I'm actually saving for a Louis Vuitton bag now, fingers crossed. So next time I go, I'm hoping to buy a Louis Vuitton bag from there. But for the time being, I bought a little tote bag that says Saint-Tropez on it. Yes, it was expensive, but I bought it anyway. This was 15 euros. So it's only a plain cotton tote with a transfer on it, but I loved it. The next bag I purchased was from one of the worst ports I went to. I apologise if anyone absolutely loves this place. I really did not enjoy it at all. But I liked the architecture there, and I loved obviously the merchandise there was amazing as well. But we didn't buy a lot there, to be fair. I purchased this from, again, this was from the terminal, the cruise terminal. As you come back onto the cruise ship, I purchased this one. This is from Barcelona. Yeah, that was the biggest disappointment, that port, to be honest. I was really looking forward to it and I didn't feel safe there. I didn't like it. I felt very out of my comfort zone there. But yeah, it was such a shame, and it was a real big disappointment for me. I didn't enjoy it, and I know Mum didn't either. The next bag I purchased was just from Mango. I got this one earlier on in the cruise, actually. I can't remember where I got it from, but it's just a fold-up tote bag for taking shopping, so you can put all your bits and bobs in. It unfolds to a big tote bag, but it fits in this little pocket, so I got one of those. This came in really handy on the cruise as well, so I used that an awful lot. And then the last bag I purchased, which I am using at the moment as well, I got this one from Mango. This was, I think it was 30 euros. It went down to 20 euros and I ended up paying £12.99 for it in the sale. But yeah, I really like this bag. I like the structure of it. I like the colour. I do like a lot of brown shoes, brown bags, so this was lovely. I really enjoy this one. I have used it quite a bit already. And then I purchased a little purse from Mango, which I am using at the moment. It's just a little card purse with a little zippy part I've been using. I really like this one. This matches my other bag. The next part, I think I will go to food and drink. I wished I'd bought a bottle of wine from Saint-Tropez. We learnt a lot about the wine. I'm not a massive drinker, if I'm honest. I very rarely have an alcoholic drink, but it was nice on that trip because our guide was so informative. We went through the fields of cork trees, so where they make the actual corks for the bottle of wine, And she also told us about the Côte de Provence rosé wine. You should only keep it for 2 years. It is a specific type of grape that is made in that wine, and I will say I did try some that evening. It was absolutely delicious. I really, really wished I'd bought some of that wine, to be honest. It was delicious. I've got to try and find some over here, a good rosé. So any suggestions, grateful on that one. But I'll go through what I did buy. So first of all, I purchased the famous ensaimada, from Palma in Mallorca. We have actually cooked this already. It's like a pastry, and you can have a plain one, you can have ones with like a cream in, you can have ones with chocolate cream in fact it says it on here somewhere. Where did it say? Here. So cream, chocolate, I'm not sure what cabello means, I'll have to look that up. And we just got the normal traditional one, which was no cream or anything, but it was absolutely delicious. If you go to Palma, you can buy this in any of the bakeries. I believe this size, this is the smaller size, and this was €9, but it was totally worth it. It was delicious. Such a light little pastry. So yeah, I highly recommend that. I just kept the box to show you what it was, but this is it. Then when we were on the cruise, I did go to Costa Coffee an awful lot and have iced coffees. And when we came back from La Spezia, I did have a lovely hot chocolate, which was very, very grateful for that because of the rain. But I purchased the P&O Cruises tumbler or cup. It's the insulated cup, purely for hot and cold drinks. I actually use this for work, so yeah, I purchased that one. That was, I think it was something like $8.99 and you got a free drink with it, but after that they could refill this one, which was really handy. So yeah, I got one of those. When we were in Italy, I also purchased some limoncino from Cinque Terre, which is the next kind of little 5 villages along from Portofino. And this is what it looks like. It is alcoholic. It's like a limoncello, but it is their version of a limoncello. And this one is 25% proof. So yeah, that one I will be putting a small capful in a lemonade and enjoying it that way. But yeah, I did buy that from the Cinque Terre. The other thing this looks a little bit weird. I like it, but on the P&O Cruises, I will say, sadly, their sweet shops are extremely expensive. I did show some of that in another vlog. For example, the thing I'm about to show you now, I literally paid no more than £4 for. I love this particular chocolate, but on the ship they had slightly bigger ones and they were charging you 2 for £11.50. So yeah, I like the Milka chocolate. One of my favourite chocolates. I really loved it when I lived in France. I was always eating this particular chocolate. I love it. So I bought 4 bars in the local supermarket and it came out at €4 something. So it was about £3 for these big bars. So I was really happy I got my Milka chocolate. Haven't tucked into this yet. So that was the food and drink portion of my haul, if you like. Next I'm going to show you the pins that I brought, which I collect pin badges from different places that I've been to, and I've got them all on my wall. I have put them in a video before now, but they are all already on the wall, so I thought it was easier to show you those as they're all ready. So I want to start with these ones. So I got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one from the ship, so P&O Arvia. These 4 came from the 6th Street diner. These 2 are from La Coruña. So this one is the Hercules Lighthouse, which is a very famous landmark in La Coruña. And then I bought this one in the Hard Rock Cafe in Mallorca. We didn't eat in there, I just purchased the pin. This was my most expensive pin, and that was about €15. And then I also purchased this little Mallorca pin from just a little touristy shop. This one and this one I purchased from Portofino, as you can see there. So I was really happy with those. Then I got this one in somewhere in Spain. I got 3 for like €6 or something, so I purchased this one. This one was from Portsmouth, one of the most beautiful little places in France. It's called Little Italy, and it is like it's like Venice. It's amazing. It's a private residency. It's owned by a man that actually built Portsmouth, but absolutely stunning. Next, I bought the Saint-Tropez pin, and then this particular pin here was celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Trapezienne cake. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It is the most amazing cake ever. These two I got from Barcelona. I think I bought those both in the terminal building at the cruise shop, the cruise terminal. And then the last two are from Cadiz. So this one depicts Hercules. Now Hercules was supposedly the founder of Cadiz. And this one here is just Cadiz City, which I really, really liked. I actually forgot to show you one of the other bags that I purchased. I actually purchased this one on the ship. I had to purchase this one actually because I had filled up both suitcases that I took with me and I needed another bag to bring all my stuff home. So I'll show you that bag. It's a P&O Cruises bag. It's quite big, as you can see, but the beauty of it is it had wheels. You can make it even bigger, or there we go, it makes it even bigger. Now believe me, I needed this extra space. So as you can probably see, I did purchase quite a lot of stuff already, and I'm not even halfway through yet. So yeah, I did need this bag. This one was £25 on the ship. But after the Greatest Day show, which we saw on the ship, amazing. It's the Take That theatre show. It was so good. After we saw that show, they gave us all a £20 voucher. So whatever you bought in any store, you got £20 off of anything. You had to have already spent £100 on the ship, which I had already done probably 3 times over. But yeah, so you had to have already spent £100 to get the £20 off in your next purchase. And they just look at your account record to see whether you've spent the 100 or not, and then they'll give it off for your products. So on this occasion, I actually got that bag for £5 instead of £25, and they gave me another voucher, something I actually needed, which was a Clinique eye, like an eye serum. So this should have been £30. I got it for £10 with the £20 voucher. So yeah, it was well worth it. So it's a good tip. They do actually do an awful lot of deals on the ships. Every single day there's a deal of something or other, so it's worth knowing that. So next I'm just going to show you my miscellaneous stuff. So again in mango, you'll probably notice a theme. I did buy a lot of mango things when I was on holiday. I bought this tiny little pencil case, which is just perfect for my pens, and this was £2.99 or €2.99, so not even £3. But I got that. In La Coruña, I also purchased a sew-on patch. The idea was I was going to get a sew-on patch from everywhere I went. That didn't always materialise because I didn't always see them. And to be fair, I did actually forget on a couple of occasions too. So that kind of went out the window. But I did purchase a sew-on patch. Also from La Coruña, this I purchased in the terminal, the cruise terminal. But I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so cute. This was €7.95, and it's just a picture frame, and I just really thought it was cute, so I purchased that. So I also purchased, you've probably seen them before, I got a little gecko for my wall. I actually purchased this in Cadiz, and I absolutely love it. Mum also got one for the garden, but I've got mine for my bedroom wall. I just thought it was really cute and lovely and colourful. So this was £7.95, and this was the medium or small size, and my mum's one is the larger one, and that was £9.95. I just thought it was really cute, and it's supposed to bring you good luck, so I got one of those. From Mallorca, I purchased a little turtle. I love turtles, you might already know that, but yeah, I got this one from Mallorca. I just love his really silly face. He's very cute, but yeah, I do have a bit of a thing for turtles, so I purchased that one. So on the P&O Cruises, in all the cabins, you actually are given the White Company shampoo, body lotion, not body lotion, what was it? It was shower gel and hand soap in our cabin, and the smell was absolutely divine. So I actually ended up purchasing the flowers, that's what it's called, but yeah, the White Company flowers. So I ended up purchasing this, and this one is the bath and body gift set with what did it have? The bath and shower gel and a body lotion. This should normally be £28 and I purchased it for £24.95. And again, we had a voucher for this as well. Mum bought a load of stuff and actually purchased this as well, so I did get money off with her discount voucher, if you like. So yeah, I was really chuffed with that, and it's such a beautiful smell. It's jasmine, rose and neroli, and it's amazing. So now this is kind of like my miscellaneous bits and bobs. So when we went to Saint-Tropez, I didn't actually purchase anything in any of the shops there. I've got to be honest, I did actually purchase the items I bought in the tourist information office. And yeah, I found that they were actually quite reasonable for Saint-Tropez in there. So I purchased a bag charm. This is the bag charm. And this one, it does actually say on the little church bit here, it does say Saint-Tropez on it. But I paid, I think it was €9 or €10 for this. And I just really liked it. It's going to look really cool on some of my brand new bags. So I was really happy with that. Then in Port Grimord, where we went, we had some free time there, so I did actually purchase a couple of bits. A couple of the pins came from there, and I saw this and fell in love with it, and I love it so much. This one is it's a drinks coaster, and it's got a black and white cat on it, and it says Port Grimord is cat lover. Not quite sure of the grammar on that, but I really like it, and that's going to sit in my bedroom for my drinks. It is ceramic. I think it was €4. I can't quite remember, but Port Grimord, being that it was like private property and they still sold like your touristy little bits and bobs, it was very reasonable there, and it was just outside of Saint-Tropez. So I highly recommend Port Grimord if ever you're going away. And the last thing I purchased from there was a soap. Now, because Saint-Tropez and Port Grimord are in the Provence, French Provence or Côte Provence, they are heavily into lavender. They have all the lavender fields there. So I ended up purchasing a Marseille soap, which again is part of the Provence. They're triple milled soaps. They're quite famous. And I ended up purchasing a lavender smelling one, and it actually does have lavender in it. As you can probably see there, the little bits in it are lavender, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This soap was, I think, $2.95, and then this, I got the little soap tin to go with it. I really liked the soap tin as well, and this was $2.95 for the soap tin. So, oh, I tell you, if I could do smell-o-vision, this is amazing. On the ship, I actually forgot to take some playing cards with me, and on a couple of the days we wanted to just sit quietly in one of the bars and just play cards, which a lot of people were doing. So I ended up buying these ones on the cruise, which are just normal Waddington playing cards. And then just as we were kind of on our last day, I happened to come across the P&O playing cards, so I ended up buying the P&O ones as well. These ones, I haven't opened them yet, as you can see, but that's what they look like. And these were £8 for these cards. I purchased a bowl. It's a coconut. It's half a coconut, as you can hear. And it had this design inside it, which I really loved. And yeah, I'm going to use that to store my jewellery. I have bought an awful lot of jewellery, so that'll be the next thing. But yeah, I've used it to put my little bits and bobs in, my costume jewellery, because I just really liked it. The funny thing was, I actually bought this in Cadiz, and it says it's made in Barcelona. So I still ended up getting it from Spain, so there we go. It might have been La Coruña, it might have been Palma. I know it wasn't France, but I went to Yves Rocher. Now, Yves Rocher used to be one of my absolute favourite shops in France when I lived there. I used to get a lot of my toiletry products from there, but sadly we don't have one of those over here, so I had to stop using it all. And I ended up buying a perfume, and I bought this one for €10 or €12, I think it was, €12.95, and it's honeysuckle fragrance. So yeah, I really like this smell, and that's what the bottle looks like. You know, it's nice everyday fragrance, not too sort of in your face. Also on the ship, again bouncing to and from, I actually purchased a new watch. Now, I have been so happy not having my phone dinging and my watch dinging every 5 minutes. So I actually was thinking about getting a new watch that wasn't a smartwatch for such a long time, and I happened to see this one on the ship, and I really liked it. I don't care if it was too much money or whatever it was. I absolutely loved it. So I actually purchased this watch, which is just a little Seconda watch, and it came with a necklace and earrings as well. This was £48 for the set, and I used my cruise credit. We did actually have quite a lot of cruise credit, which is money that P&O give you when you book. So I had quite a lot of that to use, so I actually used my cruise credit for this and a few other items. So I was really happy with that, and I really enjoyed having something that doesn't buzz on your wrist every 5 minutes, because I normally wear an Apple Watch, but also something that looks like a bracelet and looks a bit, you know, a little bit more dressy. So I was really pleased with that one. So now we're going to get on to jewellery. So firstly, I got this one. I didn't have a nice necklace to wear on the celebration nights. P&O have like these black tie evenings. If you're on a 2-week cruise, you will get 2 in your itinerary. We only actually sort of dressed up for one of those. The other one we were quite tired and decided we both didn't want to do it. So I purchased this to go with my dress. I don't know if you can really see it actually. It's a heart, and it's on like a silk twine that you tie up. So I was really happy with that one. I got this one in La Coruña, I think, but it went really well with what I was wearing, so I thought that was good. So I also bought this necklace from that shop called Sfera. This was, I think, €12 or something like that. It wasn't overly expensive, but it is, yeah, it was £17.99. I think I paid $12 in the sale for it. That's what it will look like on. So it has got that gold detailing as well. This is semi-precious stones too, and as I do wear an awful lot of blue, I thought that would look really nice, and it's lovely and cold on your skin as well. It's lovely. It's quite nice. It's a nice weighty one, and it's beautiful colours, all these blues, so that will look nice with an awful lot of what I have to wear. So I thought I'd get that. Then I purchased this little hairband. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's stars basically. It's such a pretty hairband. Again, this goes with an awful lot of things that I have. So yeah, I just really liked it, and it's a nice little fancy hairband, which also looks quite nice in my hair. I don't know if you can really see that, but it goes really nice once I've done all my hair. So these I bought these from Mango in Cadiz, and it's a little set of silver earrings, little bows and little hearts. They're originally £12.99 down to €3.59. I also bought these in Mango, and these should have been £9.99, and I got them for £2.99. I also bought these. These were from that shop called Sfera again, and these are gorgeous. So these are, again, semi-precious stones, but they're just a nice big hoop, which, again, I really liked. These should have been £4.99. I got 40% off of those. So purchased a little bracelet from Portofino. I love these little leather bracelets. I don't know if that's going to pick it up. Oh, there we go. So it's a little leather bracelet from Portofino. These two bracelets my mum actually bought for me. So I have this little one from Palma in Mallorca, and this one from Palma in Mallorca too. The necklace around my neck now, I don't know if you can really see that, but this again is one of those evil eye ones. It's just a little ropey necklace. I bought that one in Port Grimond for £6.99. I also bought three little blue sparkly bracelets from the ship. They were £12.99, or £12 exactly, I think they were. I think it was one for £5.99 or three for £12.99. Then that lovely shop I like, Antica Santoria. I apologise if I'm not saying that right, but I bought these bracelets. They were £2.99, and I also brought this really fab necklace. I love this. It's not everyone's taste, granted, but I kind of liked it. I thought it was a bit different. This was actually €4.99. I purchased that in Portofino in Amica Sartoria. So yeah, I tell you, their stuff, I absolutely loved it. It was so funky and so bright. Then when we were in Cadiz, I purchased this bracelet. This was in the sale. I think it was like £1.50 or something. Full price it was €3. I think that one also has, yeah, it has it's stainless steel with semi-precious stones in it. I've been looking for a cross necklace for a while, a crucifix necklace, and I found this one. This is stainless steel too. I really liked it. This was £12.95, and this was from a shop called Mia in Cadiz. They had some really lovely jewellery at really affordable prices. So if you ever go to Cadiz, look out Mia. It's an amazing shop, Mia. So as I say, in Barcelona, I only bought one dress in the town, and then when we were in the gift shop getting back onto the ship, I did purchase a couple of other bits and bobs. So I actually got this little coin purse. I liked it because it was nice and sparkly, and it had the three places we were supposed to go to on our tour, which we sadly cancelled, was Sagrada Familia, Casa Mila, and the park. I can't remember what the Park Güell, but sadly we didn't get to visit any of those, so I just purchased the little coin purse to kind of show that I went there. Maybe one day I'll get there. But I also purchased a little touristy sangria. It's got some little castanets on it and a little hat. I thought that was quite cute. I think this was no, it couldn't have been that much. I think this was like €3 or something like that, but I thought it was quite cute. Oh, and I bought some nougat, limoncello nougat. Again, this was from Barcelona, strangely enough. And in Mallorca, I purchased a really beautiful pearl necklace for my mum, Mallorca pearls. And I was a bit jealous in the end. I really wanted some nice pearls or something, so I ended up purchasing some little earrings. These are Mallorca pearls, but obviously I think these were like the seconds or something, and these were €3. So when we were in Port Grimond, I did purchase some postcards that I really liked. I liked the style of them. They're very kind of Art Deco, very 50s looking. So I actually had a frame at home that was meant for something else, but I put these postcards in it, and I really love how it turned out. There we go. So this is what I did. So these are the postcards, which I love. So we've got Port Grimond, Saint-Tropez, and in the middle the French Riviera, and I put them in this lovely silver frame, so that's going to go up at some point in my room. The last things I bought were jelly cats, so I'm going to go through all of those with you. I know a lot of you like jelly cats. I already had one, which was purchased. It was bought for me, and it has my name in its ear. But I will show you the rest that I actually bought on the ship. So first of all, when I went in the port shop on the ship, so that had lots of the English stuff in it, I saw Squawka 2, so I got her. Absolutely loved her. I thought she was really cute and really pink. Matches my room. And I also bought Fuddle Wuddle Lion, and again, love him. It's a funny story. My granddad used to do a lot of monkey impressions, so we always used to call him Monkey Grandad. Sadly, he's now passed away. It was a long time ago now, but I've never forgotten that, and I ended up purchasing Fuddle Waddle Monkey for that reason. I absolutely adored him. Now, I will say the prices are not, they're not cheaper than home. They are still the same price, but I had a lot of cruise credit that I wanted to use, and I purchased these with that. But yeah, these, I think all of these ranged from 23 up to £33. So yeah, I bought a few. So in total, I actually bought 5. So that was the first 3. Then I fell in love with the octopus. So I got Maya Octopus. Where's her face? There she is. I love these springy bits on her. So yeah, I got her. She is one of my favourites actually at the moment. And then I don't know if any of you have seen Finding Dory, but there's a scene in it that says, "It's your destiny, destiny." And I've always, for some reason, it's always made me giggle, and my mum and I, it's kind of like a private joke. And I saw this and it just made me giggle. So all holiday I kept going on and on and on. It's your destiny, it's your destiny, destiny. Every time we went past the shop. Eventually I ended up buying it, and it's the whale shark. It's not called Destiny, it's called Godfrey, but we've called her Destiny. And this was the most expensive one. This was £33. But yeah, so that's my little collection of jelly cats that I have. So the last thing I actually purchased was the P&O Arvia bear. This was £12 on board, which I didn't think was that bad. These are from Keel Toys. I don't know if you can see that, but that's where they're from. He's really soft and fluffy. He has beans in his bottom, and they did these with red jumpers or green jumpers. So I picked a green one. But yeah, that's my Arvia teddy bear. I wanted a lanyard to put my card on because I don't always like carrying my handbag, and I just found it a lot easier just popping this on the wall ready to go out the next day. So this was my P&O Arvia lanyard that I purchased. So that's my P&O Cruise card that I put in there. On the back it does say Arvia. So for those of you that have never been on a cruise before, this cruise card here is your credit card, if you like. So this is all you'll be using on board, is this particular card. You use this to open your door. You use it to put on the lights, because you have to pop it in the thing and to turn on the lights, although I used a different card for that. You use it on board. It scans the barcode. That then goes, it's linked to your account. So before you actually travel, you will then put your credit card onto a file with P&O. Then they will link it to your name and your account and your cabin. And then that's what you use as your payment throughout the ship. And then what happens at the end of the cruise is you then get a summary of everything that you've bought. So any cruise credit that P&O give you for booking your holiday, that's linked to that card as well. So once that money's gone, it's gone, and you start using your credit card, if you like, but it's all on your cruise card. The only things you cannot use cruise credit for, or in fact I think it is the only thing you cannot use cruise credit for, is your gambling. So if you play, for example, Mum and I played bingo twice on holiday, you have to pay for those tickets out of pocket. You still pay with your cruise card, but it comes off at the end onto your credit card statement. The other things I wanted to show you were, these were all the, not the freebies, but these were the things that you were given every evening. I actually collected them all because I found them really, really interesting. But I had a Horizon magazine every single evening to your cabin. So for the first day, this one was already there for us. And it basically, if I open it out, so this is the welcome one we got, and there's information on front and back. It also, the first one would also introduce your captain. So for our cruise it was Captain Paul Brown, and then inside it gives you a complete itinerary of what is available on the ship. But yeah, every day, like if you're stopping in one of the ports, for example, it will give you the information down the side here. It will give you, if you need to contact the ship for any reason or you're in an emergency situation, it's got all your numbers here. What I would suggest is maybe taking a photo of this part of the horizon before you go out, so it's on your phone, or you can get extra copies of these as well down by the reception area. But they were a good source of information and a good read every night. And what I also liked to do is if we were taking part in something or we wanted to go and see something, I would normally highlight what it was we were seeing or doing. So if you have kids, you get a kids horizon every day as well. So this is an example of what they give you. And it will also tell you different things that are going on in the kids area. So like in the Sky Dome, there'd be movies on the big screen. You've got kids movies in the cinema. You've got lots of bits here about the kids activities. Round by the coffee shop, which was Vistas in the main atrium, they would always set out these newspapers. Now they're specific to Arvia. You will find this on your P&O Cruise holiday app. Really, really good, because it just keeps you in touch with what's going on in England and around the world really. So any new highlights and stuff. So while we were on holiday, Wimbledon was on, and I missed most of Wimbledon. I love tennis, I love Wimbledon, but I was following it with the newspaper every day because I didn't have the internet package, so that was quite cool. So that's a freebie that they give you. If there's any information that you need to know about your excursions, your shore excursions, they will always put these notes in the little box outside your room, which is where you get your horizon every evening. So we did actually have the Gaudi Galore with lunch tour booked, but we quickly realised it wasn't going to be something that Mum could cope with. So we were going to be doing a lot of walking up some quite hilly bits of Barcelona, and Mum, there was no way Mum was going to be able to cope with it in the heat. I mean, on the Barcelona day, it was one of the hottest days actually, and it was nearly 40 degrees. So there was no way we were going to do that, and we did actually sadly cancel that particular shore excursion, which was a shame really. But yeah, so you do get advisories about these, which is brilliant. I was really grateful for that, because we could have ended up on that tour and not really known what we were going to expect. Another purchase, we did actually purchase the bingo pens from P&O. So we did do 2 games of bingo. These were £2 a pen, which I didn't think was too bad. And I did keep my bingo cards as well, which is a bit sad, but I did. Oh, on board we did actually do an afternoon tea at the Epicurean, which is one of the fancy restaurants. So I did actually keep the menu for that. And if you wanted to see what that was like, that is the menu. So just pause the video. And then I kept the spa information as well, purely because I had such a great time at the spa. I did actually have 2 treatments. It was the Fire and Ice pedicure and manicure, hence why my nails look amazing and my toenails are the same. But I also kept the price list as well, just for, like, if I ever go again, then at least I've got a price list and I can have a look. So for my Fire and Ice manicure, it was £59. It was an extra £20 to add shellac. Now it sounds expensive, but believe me, it was totally worth it, and I would 100% do it again. These nails, I've not chipped them, broken them, they've not faded, they've not rubbed or anything like that. So yeah, these are now 2.5 weeks old, no, nearly 3 weeks old, and they look amazing still. They're just grown up a little bit now. So for the pedicure, the Fire and Ice pedicure, that was £69 and the shellac was an extra 20. We did actually get a discount on the pedicures because we booked 2 treatments, so I think we've got 20% off. But yeah, the spa do offers all the time, so don't rush in. Every single day in your horizon they'll give you some sort of offer. So if you want massages, if you want facials, if you want the Fire and Ice pedicures, they will offer you lots of discounts, so it is worth keeping your eye out for those. We also did the thermal suite, which I did take some video of as well. That was a beautiful, like a whirlpool. You had the heated beds, you had the different showers, you had a sauna room, a cold room and a salt steam room, and you had access to all of that, and that was £49 for 2 hours. And then lastly, just a last bit of information, so the disembarkation, every single cabin will receive one of these. It's a disembarkation. It gives you the information about express disembarkation, which means that you take your own suitcases off. You can disembark from 6:30 till 10 a.m. and then for the people that can't take all their suitcases off, that was me and Mum, we opted for the service where it was a scheduled disembarkation. So we put our suitcases out the night before. So from 2 p.m. onwards, you can put your suitcases outside your cabin door. They then get taken away, and the next time you see them will be in the baggage hall at Southampton. So we opted for that, and it worked for us. It was so good because we had so much to take off anyway. We went to breakfast in the main dining room, and there was no problem there whatsoever. We got in, we had our breakfast, we left. It was all very lovely, and right to the end it was just perfect. We then had to go, our disembarkation was Brodie's Casino, so the casino and Brodie's bar, and we needed to be there between 9:15 and 9:25. In actual fact, when we got there, they said that the bags were already off and we could leave whenever we wanted to. We had to wait for Dad to come collect us, so we opted to stay in Vista's coffee shop, and you could still use your cruise card up until you disembarked. Then also the night before you receive, well, it's the morning of your disembarkation, you receive your statement. So it comes in an envelope. I'm not going to pull mine out because it's got all my information on it, but you receive it in an envelope like this. For everybody that has a credit card registered, you all get a separate bill. It will tell you how much you've spent on board, which you can check daily on the My Holiday app thing. Yeah, you get this very last day, and it just tells you how much you've spent and how much they're going to take from your credit card. So that's another excellent service that they offer. All in all, I would highly, highly recommend P&O for your cruising. It was our first experience with P&O. We've done, as you've probably seen, 2 Disney cruises previously. So I mentioned the celebration evenings, and it's one of those evenings where you get all poshed up and you go out and you have your dinner in a nice restaurant, and we chose the Epicurean. I had pre-booked that, and it was absolutely chef's kiss. It was amazing. So that evening we decided we were going to get some photos done. I did actually buy my mum a package before we went on holiday as a birthday / Mother's Day present, and this is one of the things that she actually got within that package. So we actually purchased, well, we got this free actually. This was the photo that we had done on the celebration evening. So yeah, that was our posh night. So very, 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 I promise this is the last thing I'm going to show you, I promise. Again, with Mum's package, I ended up being the recipient of one of the robes. Basically, I ordered a celebration package which included a bouquet of flowers, photo, you could pick your photo, so a photo with no frame, slippers, robes, a bottle of champagne, a champagne breakfast in bed, or some chocolates, a box of chocolates. I think that was everything. We actually came off with the 2 bottles of champagne, so we have those to drink still. But I will show you the robe that we got. So this is the robe. It says P&O Cruises on it, and it's like a lovely velour with toweling inside. Package that I purchased, I think it was the Bon Voyage package I purchased, and it was £155, and we received all of what I've just mentioned to you. So that's it. That's everything that I've shown you. I've now got to clear up the entire mess that I've got around my feet, but I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please like to see my future vlogs, as I do have some more vlogs on their way. I am going out and about in a few weeks' time, so I'll be vlogging that. And I'm also going to London in September to the NTA Awards, which I'm hoping to vlog as well. And I've got a little trip there as well. I've got 2 days in London, so I'm looking forward to that. So I will vlog some of that as well. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to see my future vlogs. And for now, take care of yourselves, stay magical, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.